Guys, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Let me make sure that the sound's all working. No intro today. I don't know what's going on with my computer. It stopped recognizing all of the USBs on board. So I'm thankful that the camera works. But hopefully everybody's doing good. Let me make sure that we don't got silly voices on. All right, no silly voices. We got some great news today. Always, right? Mr. Hart is sad. We'll go over some of the tweets that he's gone through and the charts. Oh boy, let's just get on with those charts, right? The beautiful charts. Sound is good. Thank you, Valia Brand. Good to see you. Good to see you guys too. All right, let's get over there and check it out. Let's see. There we go right here. 6.09 hex for 1 hex, 0.00.6. There we go. That's easy enough. $216 for a T-share. And you're going to get paid out 4.4 cents today. GoldPulse.com. Let's check it out. 6.1 over here. Down 4%. Looks like, incentive token 6%, 5% for PulseX, and 4% for Pulse. You love to see it, right? We love to see it. All right. Bitcoin actually doing really good. Look at that bounce that they did. Whew, that's a pretty awesome bounce. They bounced all the way up from 63,000 to 65,700. Unfortunately, Ethereum doesn't look too well. Let's see if it'll bounce up. Maybe we get a bounce off of there too. I don't understand it. But it's the buy the rumor, sell the news once again, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Always. eHex, RectHex. XRP. By the way, look at XRP. XRP. Let's see what have they done in the last couple of days. 63%. Nice. I mean, that's the thing, right? Well, not Pulse is up what, like 30, 40%? They all kind of run the same, these legacy old ones. All right. Jersey City Bitcoin. Or Jersey City to allocate a percentage of the pension fund for Bitcoin ETFs. So that's pretty cool. They're going to start buying in. The Jersey City is going to start buying in some of these ETFs for their pension fund. I don't know if that's a smart idea. I don't understand some of the ideas of the state or the government actually buying Bitcoin. I know that this is an ETF, so it's a little bit different. It's probably way smarter. Because just imagine if you got the guy that said, the treasurer, and he's the one that's like, let's buy some Bitcoin. Sure, let's buy it with the people's money. And then they buy it, and who's taking the seed phrase down, right? I know that there can be multi-sig and stuff like that, but it doesn't mean they can't just have all of them either. So hopefully, hopefully they thought of all of this before doing it. I understand this is an ETF, different, but there are governments out there that just buy the stupid stuff, and they buy Bitcoin, they buy Ethereum or whatever, and then it's like, oh look, we've got this on our balance sheet. It's like, sweet. Who's got the keys to that? And are they going to just be like, all right, I'll see you guys in a few minutes, and then they run to the bathroom and sell? I don't know. Coinbase hit with a $4.5 million fine from the UK serving high-risk customers. So it looks like they're, doing pretty much the money laundering, KYC. Pretty much what Coinbase got in trouble for is they weren't KYCing certain customers, and apparently $25 million was deposited and made transactions totally $226 million. So the UK actually fined them $4.5 million for not KYCing them the best as they could, because I don't know, Coinbase KYCs, but they will not tolerate such laxivity over there on in the UK. So UK is yikes. UK might be starting to attack some of these, but hey, I mean, who isn't? US government, UK, everybody. Ethereum Foundation has moved 92,000 ETH after 7 years. It's about 290. So it hasn't moved in 7 years. Let's see, $290 million in Ether after 7 years of no movement. Apparently, it might be it's a wallet that's associated with the Ethereum Foundation. It's not 100% sure. They're not 100% sure in this article that it was the Ethereum the Ethereum Foundation. So I guess we'll keep our eyes out, just like the other day. Oh, $1 billion sent to Coinbase Institutional from the Ethereum Foundation. People are like, Hexo, it's not gonna dump. Hexo, you're an idiot. This is different. This is different, Hexo. This time it's different. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't come back or we don't get any green candles. But look at when the ETH. I mean, if you would have sold right here the day before, everybody knew that the ETFs were coming out. If you would have sold then, guess what? $400 per ETH. So, yeah, I don't know how far it goes down, but though. But all right, Richard's tweets. Oh wait, another hack. Let's see. Where did I put the hack? Oh, Richard talked about it. So, Monoswap has been hacked. Do not add liquidity or stake. There we go. Another day, another hack in the crypto space. We love to see it. It's always getting hacked, right? We're always getting hacked. Not us, unfortunately, for the scammers. They're not able to get us. But there we go. I've warned you time and time again about fake video call app scammers. Get you to install a hack hack you and steal you and all your users' money. So apparently, this guy installed some app on his phone, and he called in and acted like he was a VC and somehow got him to install the app. And then I don't get it. Now, I'm not, somebody calls me and tells me to download an app, I'm going to say no, right? Just say no. All right. All right, so Richard's coming out. Let's take a look at some of these RH tweets. Then I got some good videos for you about Richard and him. So you invest your time and money into a job. You expect profit from the work of those that do the accounting and write your checks. Your money as time is pooled with others in furtherance of the scheme. Ads are bought and new victims, customers, and employees served. Every year, the dollar becomes worth less. Does the SEC sue the business over its scheme, or the Fed for devaluing the dollars, or you for choosing the wrong place to work? So Richard is talking about, the SEC thinks that it can govern all of these things that are not, not even securities. There's a lot of things out there that are not even securities that the SEC's getting their little grubby hands in. And pro tip, this violates your rights of a citizen and the jurisdiction of many government entities that already well regulate hundreds of millions of citizens' behavior already. You're not supposed to be able to imagine yourself up new powers. It's the opposite of being a constitutional republic. Its constitution restricts governments, not you. So again, we talked about this a while ago, is that the SEC is being the police and he's being the judge, right? And they're just making up their own laws when you actually have to get legislation to make up new laws, right? They don't just get to make up their new laws and just do whatever they want. The SEC actually, now I don't know if this has to do with something with the case, or Richard's angry. Maybe one of the lawyers was like, well, they're coming back and saying that it's security because of this, and then he's like, oh really? Right? Let's see. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of Richard's videos, right? I love to watch some old Richard videos just because he still says the same things. A lot of people just think that he's gone, he's left. So I like to just go back and look at them to just kind of, ease my mind. But one of the big things that I like that Richard says, well, let's just hear it. Make sure, okay.
Held in addresses that hold over 1,000 BTC, 75% cut at 10,000 coins, and then it stays there. It's worth noting that 42% of all Bitcoin is held in addresses that hold over 1,000 BTC, and there's only 2,000 such addresses, which means that 42% of Bitcoin is controlled by 2,000 addresses, and most people have more than one address, so it's very likely to be less than 2,000 entities.
So this is one of the things that I think is hilarious. 2,000 people own most of the 42% of all of the Bitcoin, right? People come into Hex or Pulsion and they go, oh, Richard owns all of it. He's going to sell it all down. Well, guess what? He talks about this later. Whales don't need to sell because they're not, it's these plebs that need to sell. They're the ones that they don't have enough money. If they're whales, they probably already have enough money that they don't have to sell, right? Does Richard have to sell Hex? Well, I've got a little video for you. Let me. Here we go. This is if you want to know if Richard has to sell Hex. Okay, just remember, this is 4 years ago. Okay, this is when it was streamed. November 4th, 2019. So this was a month before even Hex came out. Richard is so he didn't have any ETH at the time. He didn't have any, not that we knew of. So let's go ahead and see what he says.
What made you decide to?
So
Richard, one of my questions.
Can you guys see? Here, let me.
What made you decide to become a personality, a celebrity, a content creator? Like you have a YouTube channel, but what made you step up and decide to do that?
I had a giant bag of Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Do you hear that? Anybody hear that? Let's zoom it back just a couple of seconds.
But what made you step up
right
and
here
decide to do that?
I had a giant bag of Bitcoin.
He had a what? A what?
Like you have a YouTube channel, but what made you step up and decide to do that?
I had a giant bag of Bitcoin.
A giant bag of Bitcoin before Hex even came out. He's telling people this is before Hex even came out. So, picture this. A retired man at age 25. He retires. Guess what? He is he's messing around. He's already retired. Says he's traveled the world, lived in a hotel, blah 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 blah, right? We've all heard it. He finds Bitcoin, starts mining it. He has a giant bag of Bitcoin now. And guess what? Now, a month later after this video, he gets now a giant bag of Ethereum and and a huge bag of Hex because if he's the OA, let's just say he's the OA. I have no idea. Now, if he's got all of those, does he need to sell Hex? Even if he owns 90% of all the Hex, 95%, let's say, do you think that Richard needs to sell any? Let's just say Richard got 100,000 ETH, right? I don't know how big his Bitcoin bags were, but let's just say he got 100,000 ETH from the entire thing, which there's lots of people that say he's probably got way more than that. And I've even heard, he said 1 million. I don't know, but let's just say 100,000. All right. 100,000 times what? 3,000 now. I know it's more than that, but what is that? What is that? Like $30 million? Don't worry. We're figuring out why this matters. Okay. 3,000. Yeah. Oh, 300 million. $300 million. Okay. Is that right? 100,000 times 3,000. $300 million just in Ethereum that he bought. Okay. This isn't including the Pulse chain sacrifice. This isn't including the Pulse X sacrifice. This isn't including any of that. And this is just the Ethereum that he got. Okay, this is just the Ethereum's worth that he got. This isn't including any of the other bags that he has. This is $300 million current price if he made 100,000. All right. So do you think that Richard Hart needs to sell down the price of Hex? Or do you think that Richard Hart might want to actually make Hex go up because he wants to be well liked, right? Richard, if you have this much money, and you want to be a personality on the internet and not get hated for the rest of your life, which I don't think that Richard does. Now, if he does, hey, maybe he's a sociopath or a psychopath or something like that. But I've talked with Richard. I've hung out with Richard. I think that Richard Hart wants to be liked. If you've watched his videos for hours and hours and hours like I have, you'd probably know that, right? So one of the things that I think is funny, if you go back and watch some of his videos, you can always hear him talk about this one thing.
So we're killing the old ones so that you can. Now, when I say solves the whales, we're really just creating new whales. So we're killing the old ones so that you can be a whale. But we're still going to have whales.
Let me rewind that again.
Hex solves the whales. Now, when I say solves the whales, we're really just creating new whales. So we're killing the old ones so that you can be a whale. But we're still going to have whales, right? That's just how life is. Anytime a new project starts from nothing, fewer people know about it when it starts than when it's been around for a while. And that gives the early people an advantage. And in our system, the early people get
that. Yeah.
In our system, the early people get huge advantages.
All right, so you heard it there.
Penalty, and then
Sure.
like I said, going back to the we are all Satoshi bonus thing, because that was something
Sure.
I really wasn't
Yeah,
clear
so
on.
the whale penalty, we're not getting rid of whales. We reward hex whales, we punish Bitcoin whales. So we're killing
Gotcha.
old whales to create new ones. So if you're a Bitcoin holder and
Okay, you heard it there.
outbound messaging is
All right, okay, so there's that, right? Killing old whales to create new ones, all right? And some people will be like, well, okay, well, now we've got a whole bunch of whales in the system and we're wrecked. Well, guess what? Most of those whales have sold out, obviously. If they're down 99%, most whales that are in, I think, have gone out. They're pretty much gone. And I think that we're just, kind of getting rid of them. And here, this is one of the things. If we want to get new people in, here we go.
really screwed up. Richard, can you please let the good people know that outbound messaging is the best thing anyone can do for Hex and Paul's chain? I agree with what he's saying. Thanks, Latin American crypto. Yes, outbound messaging is king.
So you got to realize, what are you guys doing to do outbound messaging? All right. Now I'm good on the social medias. I like to go outbound messaging that way. I like to get new followers from different types of people. All right. Like right now, I'm just going, politics is huge, and it will be huge until after November, probably in December. So you don't have to be political, but you can comment down underneath them, because guess what? You can get followers by doing that. All right. Like if you're smart, you know what's probably going to happen. And every 4 years this happens, right? We get more political. Everything gets crazy political for 4 months, especially on Twitter. And that's my outbound messaging, that and YouTube. But nobody watches these that's not in the community. So it's really not outbound messaging. This is just the cope session. All right. This is just cope session 101. We have copium abound, plenty of copium in the back. And if you need any, just let me know. But this is something that we all need to do, to find something that you're interested in. Let's say it's, phones. You're a big phone person and you want to be in phones. Well, go on Twitter and talk about phones. Go with the phone people, or AI. It's one of the reasons why I started an AI channel. I enjoy it. And guess what? Since I enjoy it, I'm going to start a channel to talk about it. People are going to be like, oh, I like this guy. I want to watch him. And I've got 400. It's funny because my last video for the RoboDoc, Mr. RoboDick, he gets more viewers than Hexologist. And I only got 400 subscribers on the RoboDick. So just realize that there's other ways we can get new people. All right. The new people need to be, they just need to know about it. And I haven't shielded it yet, but nobody's going to buy it at these prices anyway. Right. So, it will be shielded at some point. All right, let's see. Let me go up to the sweet chat. I'm sure it's great. We always get a nice chat, just a bunch of great, happy young men commenting in the chat when we have a red day. It's just like, oh my gosh. Can we get some more gratitude in the chat, some more happiness? Because man, we are overflowing right now, and people at the bottom just need to get as much as they can. All right, red deal. Yeah, I know. Here we go. Our first one. All right, let me check. We have another day of opportunity. I love so much opportunity. 3 years of nothing but opportunity. Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better, Sacred. Opportunities abound. You just love to see them, don't you? Opportunities are here. Opportunities are here to stay. Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully not. Backwards hat. It's rally time. Rally, rally, rally. Exactly. No pension left. Spend it on food. Yeah, exactly. What's Gucci? What's up, Franklin? Plump the likes. Yeah, plump those likes. Sad, superb American dude, aka an American badass. True, yes. Oh, why Richard is sad. So I think that again, this is one of those things where he's talking about whales. I think that honestly, Richard is probably disappointed that that so many people. He doesn't like being not liked. Okay, we can all know that. If you've watched Richard Hart before, you know that Richard Hart wants to be liked. All right. And so many people are not happy with him right now. People are just angry. And ultimately, I think that it fixes itself, or I wouldn't be streaming. I wouldn't be talking about it. I think that, what pumps the price is excitement, green candles, stuff like that. When there's down days, guess what? Everybody's down today. Okay. Pretty much everybody, except for Bitcoin, which I don't understand, but whatever. I'm not that. And it's up 0.5%. Great candle, though. Great. I mean, look at that. Let me show you the candle again. Look at that candle. That's a freaking awesome candle. Okay. That's a pretty cool candle. I'm not a big Bitcoin fan, but that's a good candle. All right. Correct. Imagine his Bitcoin bag. Exactly. He has a huge bag. How many times have you heard Richard talk about his bags? He doesn't talk about his bags, but today you heard it here first. You heard about Richard's bags of Bitcoin. I mean, he has a huge bag of Bitcoin, and that's why he started streaming. And because nobody else was. He said that nobody else was defending it. So that's why he started doing what he did. I mean, some of you guys out there should probably take some of his advice, I mean, and then we take some of this, this heavy lifting off my shoulders and give some to you guys. Because everybody right now is like, hey, water bottle coin, do you have water? I'm just made this water bottle coin. It's going to go to the moon. I've been here for 3 years, so you can trust me. Richard Hart followed me at one time. Follow me for more advice on how to get water bottle coin. So that's what's happening right now. I think that Richard's kind of disappointed in some of these people, which whatever. I don't think that most of these guys care, but I got like a hair in here. There we go. Let's see. Are we getting poop pushed back through the app in there? I think so. Bad time to cough right now. Sure, yeah. Gennardo, let's see. You do well, Sandy Beach, but we already knew that. I like me. Okay, Sandy Beach. Hey, hopefully you had a good birthday yesterday. Raise the volume, actually. Yeah, hopefully it fixed it. Giant bag of Bitcoin. Yes, there you go. Giant bag of Bitcoin. And a giant, okay, let's see. You know how big they were. Giant, yeah. RH Coin's prices dropped a little because some mofo decided to go get some crypto conferences this week. Oh, yeah. Bitcoin conferences. By the way, Bitcoin conferences this week. So, yeah. Every time there's a conference, that's why we have like 6 conferences for Pulse Chain a year. No, because you got to get, whenever there's a conference, it just goes down. Any coin. And, that's why we have like 6 or 7 of them a year here in Pulse Chain, because we need that. 10,000 ETH is enough. True. Yeah, I wish I had 10,000 ETH. RH has way more ETH. Yeah, I think that probably 100,000 is low, but I just wanted to, I want to, for all the haters, if I said 1 million, people would be like, he doesn't have $3 billion, dude. Because that's what that would equal out to. It's $3 billion. I have a hair right in the middle of my eyes, making me go cross-eyed. He rented. Okay, where did the ETH go, though? That is the good question. Good question, DJ and Dougie. Let's see. Didn't I tell you? Imagine he went to Liquid Loans. Yeah, imagine he went to Liquid Loans. Imagine his Bitcoin bag. A Bitcoin. He's got $300 million at least, everybody. At least in Ethereum. All right? That's not. This is not including the Pulse X or Pulse Chain sacrifice, which it probably has him at 600 or 700 million for those. So he's got about $1 billion, okay, in crypto, just in those 2 things, 3 things: Pulse Chain, Pulse X, and Hex. All right, adoption amplifier. Now that's not including his Bitcoin bag and anything else that he's purchased. Probably Monero, because he always talked about it back in the day. He's not touching his Bitcoin for sure. Maybe, some of the PB talk I could do without. Yeah, Mr. Beast, Elon Musk, Bitcoin algo boost. Thank you, Pookadoo. Thank you. Richard is a quantum computer. Yes, he's very intelligent. Not as sad as I am. Probably not, Kamura. Yeah, probably not. Me too. Probably not. And I agree with you. Yeah, probably not as sad as me, but yeah, sad. I've been trying to find his interview. What was the name of the dev that checked Hex back in the day? The dev that checked Hex back in the day. I don't remember. I remember when someone asked if he could sacrifice his girlfriend for the pulse chain sack. Do you think that chick got turned over? Not a midget under 3 feet tall. Yeah, she got wrecked. Yeah. He's sad. Most likely childhood trauma that needs accepted, and his child just wants a real woman who appreciates him. Well, let's not get him that until he actually pumps the price. Okay, let's not get Richard the woman that he, that appreciates him until the price starts pumping. When we get past $1, hey, let's get them women. Let's funnel the women to Richard Hart. But we ain't doing that until we are not doing that until we hit $1, Richard. I'm sorry if you're watching. The women's are going to have to wait. That was me, wife and kids. Yeah. Men need women. Love is the answer to everything. True. It's a pleasure to be here with you, DJ Dougie. Copium, I need. Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. Me too, Tony. RH has always had a long-term mind way of thinking. OA address is setting up for at least 15 years of injection, if not more. Probably hex mining holder. Not only that, but again, he's killing the whales so he can make new ones. Now, he didn't give you the time frame in that either. He just said at first, the first guys are going to have a bigger advantage. He, again, like you said, hex mining, he has a long-term view, not this 3-2. He's been holding his Bitcoin bag. This was 4 years ago, right before hex launched. But he's been holding his Bitcoin bags. He said he had a giant bag. And he's talked about how he clicked an EXE and he was mining it for 50 Bitcoin back in the day. So he's got a pretty big bag of Bitcoin, and he held it through all of the dips. He held it through all, he was already rich. And it's one of these things where people hate whales, but a lot, and I get it. When the whales start killing the price, I 100% understand, because that sucks. But there are whales out there, the real whales. Because, I think that Hex made some fake whales, but there's some real whales out there. And Richard talked about it. I thought I had the clip, but it doesn't. But the whales are actually what pump the price. He said one whale is like 100 plebs for money injecting in the system, right? We want whales to come into this. One of the things that, the community is, a little bit crazy with is tracking bags, which I think is fine. If you want to track bags, that's great. I think that putting a name to tracking somebody's bag is kind of gross, because you don't know who is going to find that person and, wrench attack them. So if you are one of these guys that likes to, mess around on Etherscan and do all that, sleuthing around, which, again, I've told you guys, like, a lot of these guys don't even know what they're doing, because they're like, Hexo, we saw that you moved a bajillion coins. I'm like, dude, that wasn't me, and I don't know who you're talking about, because it wasn't me. So these people think that, and plus they think that I have like some advantage over everybody too. Like, I didn't have to buy in a hex at the lows, or somebody gave me all my hex. I had to buy all my hex, right? Just like everybody else. Hexo's Carowinds. Yeah, I went to Carowinds like 2 years ago. It was pretty fun. Carowinds is pretty awesome. Let's see. Opium, yeah, you did Richard stream somewhere recently? No. This is just, a Copium stream where we just rely on old video clips because we don't have anything new. Let's see. Hexkin should be going hard on AI. I agree. I agree, dude. I mean, it almost goes hand in hand with crypto. That's why I do it. I look forward to outbounding with my new Hex shirt whenever it arrives. Oh yeah, that's outbound messaging. I mean, it is a good way. And another thing, I joke, Chris, but it is a good way, because people just think that wearing a shirt, it doesn't really matter. But somebody just said Carowinds up there. most people aren't going to know what Carowinds is, or some people won't, and they're going to go look it up, right? Because I wore this. It's an amusement park, but if they saw Carowinds 5 times that week, right? They'd be like, what is this Carowinds? And then they would go and look it up. So brand recognition, I've said it a million times. That's what actually matters, is brand recognition. Nike, the logo, McDonald's, the logo, not because of, the commercials that are on TV that you don't see anymore. It's because you brand recognition since you're a little tiny kid, right? It's just, you've seen it so many times, you can pick it out of anywhere. So that, I think that wearing shirts, putting stickers on things, things that you own. Hey, yeah, okay. Hexo's Carowinds t-shirt makes me want to ride sketchy roller coasters. Yeah, don't deny the robo. You look good in the pink. You are very handsome. Well, thank you, Hex Down Under. Thank you. New viewers is why I wanted to give a crack at Screaming with Lit. Did you see them, Hexologist? I haven't seen them yet. I live 10 minutes from Carowinds. Really? Okay. I forgot which Carowinds. Is there only one Carowind? It's Carolina. Oh yeah, it's on the north and side, or it's in the middle. Yes. Tomorrow we'll go again. Okay, nice, Finbear. By the dip, bottom is in. Okay, all right. Richard, I like you. I like you too, Richard, if you're watching. He needs more self-love. True. I think he's self-loved enough. Yeah, Richard, you're gosh dang legend. Yes, my birthday is next month, so I'm expecting a giant pump. Me too. Tony Cheeto with the $10. The F guys super chat is this man. The F guys super chat this man. Well, thank you, Tony Cheeto. Tony Cheeto. Tony Cheeto. No, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for the $10. That's very kind of you. Okay, let's see. RH needs a real wife. That's all he's missing. Not some little bimbo who isn't a woman. Yeah. No bimbos for me. Sadistic to stream on red candles. Oh, dude, you should tell me about it. Tell me about it. You know how hard it is to just like go through the news where you're just like, please, no. No. It's like you're in a desert with no water. That's what it feels like. Because you're just like, dude, I don't want to do this. You know how many people are going to be mean to me on stream? Well, not really at this point, but you know how many people are going to be mean on Twitter today? Probably a lot. Hexo, I'm getting divorced because of loving Richard Hart product. Well, Shirley Fortress, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's true or not. Did she find you cheating with a picture of Richard Hart in the bathroom or something? I'm sorry. Yeah, that happens. Richard ends up being god of the crypto space. Let's hope. I think that it ends up, I don't like, like Hex Mining Holdler said, in the end of it, I think that Richard has a long-term goal. I think that's why you got 15 years of, long-term. If you read Sci-Vive, it talks about long-term goals. So I think that he has a long-term in mind. I love Richard. Thank you for the loan, Richard. Hexa, yes. He needs real woman, feminine, yes. Honestly, as Hexkins, we got spoiled too early. Now we are lazy to support the ecosystems ourselves, but I will fight. I'm tired of the disrespect. Hey, there you go, Franklin. Exactly. There's a lot of people that just got lazy, right? A lot of people just, they cashed out, just enough to survive or whatever. Or they cashed out enough and then they're like, all right, I'm out. And it's like, which I get it. But, we could use a lot of people. This is where we need the people, right? This is where we need the people standing behind it and saying it's not a scam. And on Twitter, you guys are great. Even in the streams, you guys are awesome. Especially the people that are still here now. We're doing great on those. It just sucks because if you look at 2 years ago or 3 years ago, it was like so much camaraderie, so much happiness. But there's another stream. I wish I had it. It's the one where he's in his little coat. This one. Oh, here we go. Maybe it's on here. Here, I'll switch it back.
Let's see.
Here we go. So this was November 15th, 2021. So we topped out September 21st or something like that. September 20th of 2021. So this was about a month and a half afterwards. I think that we were in like 30-cent territory. But listen to what Richard has to say about all of it.
Let's see. Drama. You guys during this dip, man.
This dip. Right? This is 30 cents. We were like 30, 25, 30, 40 cents, somewhere in there.
The drama. My God. You know Hex dips, right? It's in the game. It's dipped like 55, 60%, 6-7 times, something like
99.7%.
that. It's funny every time a bunch of noobs come on board and they never experience a dip. It's like the sky's falling. Like, no, this is what it normally does. This is how it works. Dips are opportunities for people that bought bottoms and sold tops to take the money from the people that bought tops and sold bottoms. That's how it works in every speculative instrument. Kind of speculation in general is the impatient giving their money to the patient, which is neat because Hex kind of monetizes that.
So there you go. Once again, Richard telling us exactly what I've been, I got most of my smarts from Richard, so I'm not trying to take anything from him, but for the last 2 years, I haven't seen Richard, so I'm going to say that I've been saying it for the last few years because it's true. I mean, Richard, has taught us a lot, and, the impatient paying the patient, the impatient paying the patient. People cashed out at the tops, and guess what? Now we're seeing the people that are impatient. They don't want to hold. They don't want to sit there and collect their hex that they get daily paid out to them. They just want to cash out and be done with it, which is great. And he said it right at the last, right? Hex monetizes this. If you're planning on staying, I know, I made a post a couple weeks ago that was like, if you weren't planning on selling anyway, the last 3 years, you literally have just been getting more hex, right? Doesn't matter the price. Remember when we talked about it doesn't matter what the price is if you're just holding for 5, 10, 15 years? Well, if you staked for 7 years right now, right at first, does it matter what the price is today? It probably matters when your stake is coming out, sure. But today, what does it matter, right? All right, let's see. Giacomo. Yeah, Giacomo. Oh, Dev Kyle. Yeah, Giacomo. That guy was an idiot. Where do you stream Richard stream? Hex was 7 cents when Richard jumped on the stripper pole. I should have sold. Was it really? It was only 7? He has more than 3 billion hex, so no lie. Probably not. But it probably does. He probably does. Let's see. Maybe RH bought the ETH top on purpose to show us how to be patient and sit back on our bags. He volunteered to suffer with us. Hell of a leader, if that's what happened. Well, I think that honestly, I don't know. This is another, speculation. There's a lot of people that speculate. But he has 11 lawyers, okay? He probably was told, don't touch the money, don't touch the money, don't touch the money. And maybe it finally just... they were like, all right, now you can touch the money. And Ethereum was at $3,000 or whenever he put it in. And he was just going to go make some dollar reduce. I mean, with $300 million and he's making, doesn't he have it staked or something? Or I can't remember. He's getting like S-DAI or something. I can't remember the exact thing that he's doing with it. People are like, oh, he's lost so much money and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. He's probably got a long-term thinking. Maybe he wasn't able to touch the money for a long time. Maybe it was in, we don't know, right? And we'll never know. Everybody just speculates. Let's see. Side note, I don't think Richard cares about being liked versus respected. I do. And I've talked to him personally, so I do. Let's see. Yo, Adrian, what's up, Bob the guy? One whale equals 100 plebs. Yep, don't need $1, just need near all-time high. Yeah. Some claimed at launch. There is time when Hexico City. Yes, Hex shirts still on eBay. Yeah, they're all... I saw them on AliExpress the other day. They're going straight to the AliExpress. How will Richard beat the SEC if he owns most of the coins? Well, that's not... You can own most of the coins, King. Where in the Howey test does it say you can't own most of the coins? Can you show that to me? Which leg of the Howey test does it say? You can't own all the coins. You can't own 90% of the coins. You can't own 95% of the coins. It's people that don't understand how the Howey test is that think that Richard's going to get wrecked because they don't understand what the Howey test is, right? That's, go study the Howey test. We've talked about it many times. That's not one of the things that you have to worry about. Richard could own 99.9999999% of all of the coins. And guess what? That's still not a security. I love my hex hats from Brian or somewhere. Yeah, I got them over there. RH has a good shot at the King Crypto. Me too. Yeah, or not me too, but he does. You the man, XO, thank you. Why isn't Richard streaming though? Probably because his lawyers say that anything that he says will be used against him in the case. And he put out a video in Christmas and it was recorded. So that kind of gives you the inkling that he wants to stream, that he wants to talk to us, but he's not allowed to because of the SEC case. Once the SEC case comes due, I think that Richard goes back to streaming. I don't know. Maybe they tell him he can't. But I think that Richard, he probably gives the video to his lawyers and says, do I say anything in here that can be used against me? They say no. And then bam, he can upload it. That's my opinion. I don't know if that's true, but I think that Richard would stream. But streaming is risky, guys. Anything can happen on a stream, right? Anything can happen. You can actually accidentally say something and then it's used against you for the rest of it. I got told, my lawyer back in the day told me not to stream. Unfortunately, you guys called me out so much that I was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm an idiot. I'm going to do it. So, yeah, here we are. And now here we are. Spinning watch hypnosis. Yeah, Hexo's weekly group therapy sesh. Yeah, it's 2 times a week. I love a 30-cent dip about now. Me too. That was a good RH stream. I miss him. Me too. Dilator. Side note, okay, let's see. He doesn't need to stream. Hex runs it, doesn't need to hold people's hands, but I'm sure he will stream after the SEC case, so be patient. Yeah. Peace and love. What's up, Hex Bay? Hex is a rich man's dream. All rich people want a place to put their money to work. True. Hexo, how many hex per T-share is it today? I think it was like 7 something. 7.134 hex paid out per T-share. Hey, thank you, Bitfinesse. Richard has a big heart. The outrage marketing was not real, Richard. I know this too. Hexo was right. Yep, exactly. I mean, it was just a way he was trying to push through. If you listen to him, he was trying to push through the noise on YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't think that it worked as well. And I think that he was trying to piss off the government regulators. Honestly, if there was no way he didn't think of that he was going to piss off at anybody from the SEC. Not only that, but when Hex first came out, if you remember the Wise guy, he was the guy that created Wise. He was one of the first Hex guys. He bought 150 million Hex and he staked it for 6 years, and emergency and staked it like 6 days afterwards. And it was only like $80,000 or $90,000. He had he might have had like 200 million. I can't remember. And this is before the big payday. This is why I say it wasn't that big a bag, because it would have been like 3 times as much as that now, right? He staked it for 6 years. If he would have kept it through big payday, paid all of the interest, it probably would have been around 300 million or more. So this guy went on stream. He'd always talk bad about Richard, and he ended up saying that he was in contact with the SEC, and he was tattling on Richard. I'm talking to the SEC lawyers right now, and blah blah blah. So he wanted to get Richard in trouble. I think that Richard knew that the SEC was going to come after him at some point, and it's better to do it in the bear market when everything's down. People will say, oh, look, Hex is down so much. We get it. Yeah, XRP is still not at all-time high. Bitcoin's not even past its all-time high. Ethereum, not all-time high. Nothing in the crypto space is past its all-time high, except for some of the meme coins, right? That were just created. So the guzzling Gensler has been quiet. Yeah, waiting for Alex GraphQL API to be synced. Okay, yeah. Is he gonna do the hopefully fix some of the stake stuff? Let's see. Thank you. RH is the GOAT. Yeah, he's up more than you guys now. He isn't down 99%, 99.5. What does that mean? Peter put in 10,000, made 25,000. I know that he put in 100,000. Can't remember. Hey, Hexo, good to see you. Catch streaming. Hope you and the family are doing well. Jesse, James, thank you for the $20. Hey, hopefully you're doing great, man. Yeah, I'm you know, Red Candle Day. We love opportunities, though, right? We're the opportunity squad here in the Hexland. So thank you for the $20, dude. I appreciate that. Makes it worth it sometimes. Glug Glinsler. Yeah, everything is down. That's what makes me really laugh at the Hex haters. Yeah, exactly. They just want to make it, oh, you guys are down. You guys, it's like, dude, show me one thing that's up. And I get it. Being down 99% is way worse than 80%. Way worse. But, that's another thing. If you're down 99% and you have still a huge community on Twitter and on YouTube and on all these things, don't you think that it probably goes back up? That's my thoughts. When the SEC, most people don't follow the SEC case, I think. Most people are just like they're passerbys, they do the drive-by shooting kind of negativity comments. So I think that they're just like, Hex sucks. Your guys are down 99%. They're not watching the SEC case, because if they were, they'd be like, oh, dang, that's actually a pretty good opportunity to buy at the lows, right? But they've been programmed into their brain for the last 4 years that Hex is a scam and that Richard's a scammer and, all of this stuff. And if you've been around for the last 4 years, you know that that's not true. But if you're a new guy, you probably are like, is Richard a scammer? Did I just get scammed? Because you don't know why people are calling him a scammer, right? And if you're new here, the reason why Richard gets called a scammer is because Richard used to talk about Bitcoin, and he was a Bitcoin maximalist, and the guy was talking about Bitcoin all the time on his stream. Then Bitcoin took a dump in 2017 or end of 2017, 2018. And then Richard was like, dude, I'm going to start my own thing because Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin. So why am I going to buy, why would I be in this thing that has no roadmap, doesn't ever get fixed? It had two bugs that could have wrecked it forever. And Ethereum has, look at Ethereum now. So he saw that. He changed his worldview and was like, I guess I was wrong. And he was like, I'm going to build on Ethereum. And then Hex came along. So a Bitcoin it'd be like a Hex maximalist. It'd be like me right now starting a new coin. Guess what? People would hate me. And I'm not going to. Don't worry. I'm not going to start a new coin. But people would really not like me in the Hex community because I started my own coin, right? Even if it was good, even if it was a good coin, they wouldn't even look at it. They would just be like, dude, you're a scammer. You're just trying to get people to buy your thing. And you lost all your money and blah, blah, blah. Right? Which, understandable. Hex Kong, thank you for the $10. Is that Hex Ketchum? Nice hat, bro. Well, thank you. No, it's one of these. There we go. Cape Fagor is going to freaking he's going to explode live on stream. All right, let's see. Go away. Oh, okay, let me see. You boys worship. This is a real man worship. Well, again, if this was Michael Saylor or Satoshi, you guys would be doing this, doing one of these too. So shut up. The creator of the coin, we're just talking about how smart he is and how what he's done. Well, why not? Nacho Keys, Nacho Kryptonite. True. Hope to see some of you guys at the Bitcoin 24. I will not be there. Gary Gutzler's middle name is Opportunity. Yeah, I'm down whatever. Still up thousands of X over what I put in. True. Anyone that got in the laundry like me is still up, actually. Exactly, Cape Fagor. Exactly. Most of us are still up. That's the thing. If you look at the chart, a lot of us are still up. That's why the chart just keeps, where it's at. 99 Luft balloon candle. Yeah. I'm only down 93%, which makes me still up, actually. Okay. All right. Well, there's the chat. Great day. Well, hopefully we get green candles in the next couple of days. I'll be back on Tuesday. You guys are great. Thank you for all the donations. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Hopefully we get no tax on tips here soon. And I know I figured it was one of they sent me that you ordered spun backwards. Looks like Ash Ketchum. Oh, yeah. I got to catch them all. Okay. Now I get it. All right. You guys have a good one. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Let's pump.